me tell you about that piano. Ask her how them pictures got on there.
Sam, your character is so very interesting to me because he speaks to me as someone who cares so much that he kind of pulls back and says, okay, you guys handle it. I don't want any part of this.
That's how you see that?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Doka's a kind of singular individual. You know, he's there in that house with Bernice and her daughter. And, you know, they're just there. It's kind of that thing. I don't even think they talk that much. You know, he and Bernice maybe have conversations. He makes meals for the kid. Bernice is out working. We don't really talk about her, but she's the help, you know, in that way because she got a uniform and doing whatever she's doing. And he has visits, you know, visits from his brothers. But when's the last time you had been there? Like he said, he come through about a year or so ago. Yeah, you know,
and he's like Andy Mame coming in.
Well,
with stories of, you know, where he's been.
Fame and fortune.
Well, you know, he's an entertainer.
Come in with some
gotta
flash.
come in with a little flair.
Yeah.
Suit a little frayed, but it's still pressed.
It's still pressed. That's right.
This film is, to me, it's about the future versus the past, and everything is in this one item that these two forces want, because it represents both to these people. And what an interesting juxtaposition, if I could use that word, between brother and sister. One wanting the past and wanting to honor that past, the other one wanting a future. And the writing is so crisp, so clear.
Yeah, well, like you said, you know, the only thing my daddy had to leave me was that piano. So I was supposed to use it. And he said, but it's other people here that got a claim on it. Yeah, and not just Bernice. It's like, and I'm like, we literally took it out of that white man's house with our brother. He didn't take it by himself. Yeah. So you didn't have nothing to do with that.
And I don't want to give anything away because I want people to discover this, you know, and have it open for them. But one of the scenes that really spoke to me was when you guys were singing Verta Berta. Mm-hmm. What an homage to your ancestors and all of that. It was a beautiful, beautiful scene.
Thank you. And you know, it totally speaks to who these guys are and what they went through. And that particular thing is one of the things that relieved some of the tension of whatever they were doing when they were working and how they got through a work day. But it also is not something that, you know, we would just pick up and sing every day. Boy Willie was fresh out of that. You know, it's like I was saying, when I opened the door and said, I thought you was not down home. I thought you was still in jail.
In jail, right.
So his memories of that particular place are fresh in his mind. You know, and Lyman's running from the sheriff to keep him going back. And Boy Willie got out, found him, and they got some watermelons. Maybe they bought watermelons from that man. He said you can have all you can pick, but I doubt it. You know, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your character.
Bernice is holding fast to both the past. She's in a stasis in the present and is rearing the future in the form of Maritha. And so she's juggling or caught in between these multiple worlds, and somebody comes who has the same biology she does, who has the same literal histories that she does, and yet a totally and completely different experience, and it's charged in, and it's an urgent moment to strike out in another form. The family must strike out in another form. That's what's being called on, and I think that is very much driven by the ancestral realm pushing them in all kinds of directions so that they can come together to coalesce over what's happening with the energy that is the piano. And she is seeking upward mobility, forced to do so as a result of the trauma, and challenged by traditionalism as well as trying to actualize herself. And And I think that's what a lot of us are struggling with. And she comes to that in myriad ways through family and history, through two gentlemen who are pursuing her, and through the knowledge that she is rearing, educating, creating a different life for her child.
Two gentlemen callers.
Hey, sometimes you got to be a player.
Preacher man, country man. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be a player. You heard it there. That's what her character is. Sometimes you got to be a player.
Sometimes you got to be a player.
She's a queen, and
yes.
And it takes those moves. And your character, oh wow, what a wonderful performance.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Talk to me about putting on his skin.
Well, it's a common theme with a lot of August Wilson's characters, whether it be Youngblood, Troy Maxon. It's this they're stationed, these men stationed in life, their relationship to society, to America, and how they're viewed. They want to change that. They want to change the narrative. So they take it by force if necessary, and they complain about it a lot on the way. I think this is a man that is dealing with a lot of trauma. This is a man that has got abandonment issues, the way he lost his father. His family was torn apart. I think this is a man that sees himself with equal rights and opportunities to get land, to purchase it, cultivate it into generational wealth. So he's going to do it by any means necessary. I think he sees himself as a conqueror. And if he can do this, he can rewrite what America is saying about him, what the South, the antebellum, Jim Crow South is saying about him.
And I think that is a terrific place to start this conversation, although we're almost out of time here.
Yeah.
But he's got this father that he's trying to live up to. You've got a mother that you're trying to live up to, and these two things are always clashing. And I love the way that this is presented in argument, because these are beautiful, beautifully written monologues. And they say so much, not just about Black history, but about all of us. Mm-hmm. We all feel these things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think it's less about clashing and more about coming to an understanding. I think it's okay to have conflict. That is to be encouraged. It is the manner in which you engage in the conflict. Understanding is all anybody wants: to be witnessed, to be loved, to be heard. Even the ancestors want to be heard, and they are coming down on these two to come together, to confront, to wrestle, to battle, to understand each other.
You feel that? That's your family. That's your blood.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org.
My name is Reality Winner. Yeah, it's my real name.
The truth is, whoever the bad guys are, okay, once you spend some time with them, learn their ways.
Gabs Dan Bazabonishon. I want to help people displaced by war.
You know what stops wars? The U.S. Air Force.
Sorry, dude. I'm going to A&M. So I joined the Air Force.
Really? It's a joke, right?
Boot camp starts the day after I graduate. And then I was off to Afghanistan. Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, when the script came to me, I jumped at the chance to be a part of it because I really wanted people to get to know Reality as a person.
It takes so much guts to stand up, and for what is right. And she is such like I said, a hero, but you play her so down to earth.
Oh, well, I was really lucky and I got to spend time with Reality. And I flew to Kingsville, Texas, and I met all of her animals, and I went to a CrossFit class and her yoga class. And I think it really allowed me to get to know her as a person and meet her family. And it allowed me to really tap into that side of Reality, because she's an amazing person. She's a hero, but she's also really funny and cool, and no one really knows that. So I was really glad that I was able to have that time to really get to know her.
Is there a greater responsibility on you as an actor to portray someone that's actually living and breathing rather than something maybe out of a writer's pen?
Yeah, I mean, that it was a big draw for me. I hadn't really played a real person properly before, and I think as an actor, you kind of put yourself in people's shoes and you think, oh, how would I feel in that situation? Or oh, I have experience here, like I'll draw from that. Whereas, yeah, with reality or with playing a real person, you kind of have everything in front of you. You can ask them how they felt in that specific moment. And humans are complicated. People can be saying one thing but thinking another. And so, yeah, it's a really nice challenge as an actor, because you can really delve into that kind of thing. And reality, her coping mechanism is humor. So a lot of the time she is very calm and she is probably panicking or feeling uncomfortable, but she plays it off in a very cool, funny way. And so it was really interesting for me to be able to play that and to explore that.
In taking on roles, whether they're real people or not, do you looking in the background, I see all your musical instruments. Do you hear cadences and rhythms in the roles that you take on, in how they use their voices and move?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for something different and something that I haven't done before, and I'm always looking for a range of characters and emotions to be able to play. Like I learned sign language for Coda. Right now I'm working in a kitchen, learning how to be a chef for my next film. I just learned a Delco accent, a Delaware County accent, which was hard, but I loved it. Yeah, I'm a very curious person and I love learning things and I love a challenge. So yeah, I feel lucky that I've been able to find roles that are very different from each other. But I think, they all share maybe something in common. And I do relate to every character that I play.
It's such a learning experience too, about taking life by the horns and making yourself heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I hope people take away from it. I know that reality has definitely made me question the way I think about things in life. Some people are really, really strong, and they don't just want to sit around and let life play out. They want to stand up for what they believe in and what they think is right. And yeah, I think reality is a lot stronger than I am. So it definitely has made an impression on me.
Oh, I think you're pretty strong. I think anybody that can do what you do and learn the things that you've learned, you say simply for a role, but I know you still do ASL. I know that it's you take all of those tools with you for the next job.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I mean, I love ASL. I love learning things. That's the thing. I think I'm very lucky as an actor, and I get to learn things that I would never have learned sign language had Coda not come into my life. And I'm so grateful for it because it's such a beautiful language, and I loved making friends. And yeah, I feel really lucky that I get to do that through acting.
In our final moments that we have, do you miss the stage? Do you miss going up to the West End and performing?
Oh, I do actually. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I've been to a few plays recently, and I loved them, and I would love to get back into that. I loved it. I mean, I was so young when I did the West End, so yeah, it'd be really nice to go back now. I'm older.
You're still young. I'm older than water, I think.
No.
No, I adore you. You know that we're good friends. But are you coming up to Sundance this year?
Not at the moment, no. But I love Sundance. It's my favorite film festival.
I know we kind of missed each other.
I know.
On Cat.
I know. I was in and out. It was so busy.
You got so busy with everything, and I'm so, as I said, I'm so proud of your career, and the choices that you make are just marvelous. Every time I go see an Amelia Jones movie, I just am floored.
Oh, thank you. That's made my day.
I'm glad. And I'm sending you some pies later that I made in the kitchen. So.
I love it.
Thank you so
nice
much.
To see you again.
It's lovely seeing you again, and I just enjoy your personality is so. You're so happy about everything you do.
Oh, thanks. I am. Maybe not when it was 5 a.m. and I was in the gym lifting weights. I wasn't that happy then.
No, but let's catch up soon and do maybe a little longer interview sometime. And following you everywhere.
I hope I see you soon.
I hope so too. Maybe we could share a cup of tea or coffee.
Well, I'm British. You know I love a cup of tea.
What are you looking for?
You're green. I am.
Welcome, new students, to Shiz University. Miss Elphaba, you can room with Miss Galinda.
Popular. I know about popular. Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks for asking.
Hi, Tony.
It's good to see you again.
Thanks. Good to see you. How have you been?
I have been great. I've been, anxious to experience this film with everybody else, and it is glorious. It is just a fantastic movie.
I am so delighted to hear that. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting I want to see it with an audience. I want to see it, during the premiere and share that experience. I don't want to see it in a screening room with just myself.
Talk to me a little bit about your role as headmistress Morrible.
Oh my God, Madame Marable. She is very complex, very regal, very commanding. And she has to be, right? Because she oversees this incredible University of Shiz, where she's trying to find her magical pupil, which she hasn't had much success for a long time. She's driven by this deep motivation to bring out real magic. And so she's found in Elphaba, quite unexpectedly.
Is she a complex character?
Oh, I think she is, simply because you don't know, because I don't like the word when they say, oh, Madame Marable is just a villain.
Yeah.
I think we are all driven by different ambition, motivations, and each character have their own, whether it's the wizard, especially with Madame Marable, because her whole life she's trying to read the book of magic, the enchantment, but she can't even open it. And to suddenly find the one magical student, Elphaba, who can do that, but she doesn't use. Am I telling you too much?
No. I didn't have a glassy look.
You have to experience it for yourself. It's like when you discover a gem, what do you do? So I love the complexity and of the relationship of how all the most unlikely characters that come together discover something new about themselves. It's a journey of self-discovery. Yeah. And then what do you do with it? That's the most important thing.
We don't have a lot of time. I wish I could talk to you forever, but as we wrap, Cynthia and Ariana, how are they? Are they amazing scene partners?
Oh my God, they're like the yin and yang, the perfect fit. So different, yet so precious, and so the same and not the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like they complement each other, but they give you such diversity, which is what we look for as a storyteller.
Before I go, I have to say congratulations on this film and Section 31. I'm looking forward to that.
You will like it.
I hope so. Take care, Michelle. I'll see you sometime, and we'll share a cup of coffee or tea.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye. When you first meet Madame Marable, she is tough love. We have nothing but the highest hopes for some of you. They bow to her because she is the only one who actually has magical powers. She's been waiting for someone else. You, come with me.
Of course.
Not you. You. And that's what I try to do, is make all my characters very different. You want to be her. You want to be this amazing woman. When she first finds Alphabet, she knows this child has something very, very special. Absolutely remarkable. And that's where Madame Morrible is very manipulative. She's using these two girls to her end game. It's when you suddenly realize, oh no, the mother figure is not what she thinks. Listen! Cling! Her nails come out. Don't let her get away! This wicked witch. I'm scary, I know I am sometimes. I just pretend to be nice.
Thanks for watching Screen Chatter. If you'd like to catch up on all of our celebrity interviews and movie reviews, just log on to screenchatter.com. And you can also follow us on social media, including Instagram, X, and Facebook. Again, thanks for tuning in to Screen Chatter this week. We'll be back next week with another show. I'm film critic Tony Toscano, and I'll see you at the movies.